There we are. Yo, guys, I'm so sorry. Yo, I hope they haven't started yet. Like, fuck. Fuck off. Like, I don't know if it's people's, like, avatars loading in or something like that. Two seconds ago, you'll still make it. Fuck. I don't know what a fucking spawn to go in. Fuck. I don't know. Squiddy, we'll figure it out later. I'm so mad, dude. Of all days, right? Of all days, it's going to be today. Because there's some days where it works perfectly fine, and there's other days where I will crash like every 20 minutes. That breaks my heart. I crashed, and now I'm back. And now no one's here. It's Karina.
We're heading to the dorms. Yeah, why not? It's a big boy.
Karita, I'm so sorry. I just had to reload the map back in. Which color spawn should I be jumping into as a teacher?
Anyway, let's head over to the dorm islands. Just go to the. You can go to orange. It's closest to the main hall, or
Wonderful.
You can click.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is when I get lost, isn't it? This is when I get lost. Should I stick it down here? That's not right.
Bonjour. Please approach. She would like to address you.
Very well. A door on the stairs, or should we go up there?
Here's fine.
I'll fix the third person when I can, guys.
For this new year, I would invite you to join us in the Great Hall so that we might attend to the beginning of the day. So please, if you will.
Oh, Christ.
I'll get out of stairs. All right.
You can do it. Work your calf muscles, boys.
Huh? Yeah.
There will certainly be a lot of walking today. Right. Shall we?
More stairs.
Oh wow.
I'm getting tired of this.
Me too.
Please,
Professor Kidd.
shall we all?
Yeah, let us. Use this room for its proper intentions.
Very well. Simply breathtaking. Shit. Fuck, I wasn't tracking.
Very good. I extend my greetings to both new and returning professors. To start our day off, the returning professors have been tasked with showing our new hires the campus on which they will be utilizing and working with over this course of the new year.
How long was I T-posing for?
I would highly recommend a thorough walkthrough of the buildings and grounds in order to facilitate proper workflow and education for the students in the future. And with that being said, and do allow me to introduce myself. My name, you may call me either headmaster or headmistress. My full name is Violet Quinn. Switch the titles as you see fit, whichever is more professional for you. But I do expect to be referred to as such. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, it's good to see everybody here today. Today, as she said, is the first day of our third year here. For me, this is my first time being here at the start of a school year. In fact, it's the first time I've been back to school since I went myself as a cadet. I look forward to seeing all of you work and perform, as I know you can, and I know the CAF expects. If you have any questions, please let me know. There are a few rules that we will be changing today, and as going forward this year. We'll be announcing them during the announcement ceremony today. That is, we will be, at the end of the evening, restricting the students to the dorm and the hot springs. There are many reasons why we came to this conclusion, but it'll be up to the professors and our prefects. Well, I'll be taking care of how that's going to be working, but yeah, you're going to be needed to take a look, make sure that they are behaving and following the rules. We do have a new guideline that will be handed out shortly with all of the new posted rules. If you do have any questions, like I said, do not hesitate to ask me or the headmistress. No, I don't have anything else for you. So, professors, if you wouldn't mind showing the new professors around.
Of course.
All dismissed. And thank you.
Sir, not a
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Where should we start
You
then?
say, Professor Albert?
Myself with the rest
Might as
of
well
you.
show them the
Then
stuff
I
areas first.
caught your
Let them
name,
get
Professor
acquainted.
Esser, right? Or perhaps you'd like to give me
Oui.
the actual title this time.
Professor Esser is my
For you,
title.
how would you
Esser.
like that referred today?
Professor Esser.
Since I know you haven't been
Esser.
around in
Rolls
quite
off the
a
tongue
while.
right nicely.
Well, except for this.
Professors,
Oui.
perhaps we could have this discussion as we continue our walkthrough through the staff area. That you get yourselves acquainted and comfortable with where we will be working most. We can make our introductions there, if it pleases you.
That would be wonderful.
Absolutely. Would you mind leading the way?
It would be my pleasure. If you would.
But I would like just to simply see everything that there is in order to become familiar with it. Whatever would be. Well, the alchemy lab is located inside.
This place really does like its big stairs, doesn't it?
You will get very intimate with these stairways.
Very good exercise.
Don't worry, if anyone's legs get sore, I can always carry you.
Then
The trip upstairs.
the madam can
Petition
carry
the
you,
headmistress for a ramp.
Professor.
If you're looking to go to the second story of the staff building, you would take this door, but we're going to go in through the front door. So come with me.
Makes sense. Go from the bottom, work our ways up. Ah, just from here alone, I can see many different flights of stairs.
Yes, you will get very familiar.
Indeed. But cannot deny quite the scenery to take in.
We're quite spoiled on this campus.
The previous headmaster did a great job.
Groundskeeping must cost a fortune.
They do tend to it very well, that's for sure.
To the staff and its headmistress. And I believe there are rooms, or at least a major office that has been set up for our new staff. Everything is properly labelled by the doors. As you can see, administration is over there. Some of the personal offices are nearby, and Captain, if you would be so kind, where have we located the General Professor's offices?
Upstairs, sir.
Very well. More stairs.
My favorite.
Right.
Intimate indeed.
What medium do you teach, Professor?
My name is Professor Albrecht Zell Brunswick. I teach history and illusionary magics.
Ah. That may or may not explain the arm.
And
The arm
yourself,
was an
Professor?
unfortunate accident. Is this it, Captain?
I know a
Left
lot about
offices?
that.
One of them, yes, sir.
Very well, we'll get ourselves acquainted. As you can see, there are amenities to both put you at ease and to facilitate good work ethic.
I see. Are we to
Please acquaint
pick
yourselves.
desks?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I think I will be picking last then. Of my own courtesy. Though there are only 4.
Very well then.
This is the left
is another-
offices. There are also the other offices located on the opposite side.
Exactly.
There are just as many over there.
Another room on the right wing of the building, on this floor. More offices. It's very similar to this one.
Crossing the door.
I see. Well, suppose I will take one of these back here.
Crossing the door. Easy to find. This one shall do well for me. If there are no objections.
Very good.
Sure, this one, why not?
Once those who will be in these offices are
I think it'd be
situated,
suitable for me.
we will go to the next wing. Let the other professors get their desks settled, and then we may speak and converse as we move along. If you would, professors. Some of the professors acknowledge that there will be times they will need to speak to Professor Silver, Captain Silver, as it were. This is her office here. Do well to remember it should you need to find her. But she is always with the cadets. She is rarely in her office.
Medical offices are available here as well.
Right then, the right swing. If you have not grabbed a desk, here is a place where you can do so.
Suppose it doesn't hurt to look, just in case I have better.
Sure.
He's got a point.
I, for one, believe I'm content with my choice.
You arrived here with the headmistress?
Admittingly, I was lost in the halls. Bit of a mix-up walking in.
Understandable. Welcome, then. As you have seen, this is the Staff Administration Building. Located on the first floor is the Administrative Office, and also some of our professors who are currently not present, like Professor Bliss. Also Professor Albert.
You mentioned
The
that
second floor are the
your
general
office is
offices
connected to the
and
medical.
myself. Correct. There are medical
Explore, if you
facilities
will. Oh,
located
forgive
within
me,
my
Captain.
office.
Understood.
No worries, sir.
Hmm.
We are done.
Professors? The staff building you have seen in its majority. There are other
Where's
private
Esser?
professors' offices here.
Farther behind you, I thought.
You've seen everything there is to see. You can step into
Where did he go?
administration for a
There.
moment to see what it's like. This is where the administrator works, Miss Minerva, the madam herself.
Very well.
I see.
All right.
Sure.
If you need to get away from things for a little bit or discuss things with your fellow professors, or perhaps a cadet, this is always a nice place to take them. Madam Minerva handles all of the paperwork and logistics of the academy, also the diplomacy as well. She finds herself quite busy, but always manages to make time for you if you have questions or need assistance.
I thought paperwork meant one stack. This is an entire room. You're terrifying. I respect you.
You're the same last year's.
Was it worse?
Not needing sleep. Mm-hmm.
Couldn't see
Just
past
as
the
many
stacks
stacks, but
towards the wall.
taller.
Definitely a lot of use of parchment and ink.
I actually came up with an idea as a
Certainly.
punishment for the students. If they misbehave, we can have them pick up one of the stacks of paper that got a little heft to it, and basically for however every minute it doubles in weight. So they have to sit there and hold it until they can't hold it no more.
I'll keep that one in mind.
They drop the papers and they just gotta pick everything up again then.
Exactly, it's like 52 pickup, but
And
you have
sort
to
them
do
out
squats and it's gonna be
alphabetically.
heavy.
Well, that
Shall
could
we,
ruin the
professors?
paper. Yes.
Oh, they're not using the paper we write documents on.
Okay.
And if they get a paper cut, oh dear.
We're in the same building as the nurse, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we're fine.
Oh, that's good then.
Suppose safety is important.
Read somewhere that this academy's been around for hundreds of years. A hefty responsibility.
Hefty indeed.
Hopefully I can bear the weight. Such responsibility.
If you are here, Professor, then the Cross-Allied Forces believes that you can.
Captain Silva, out of curiosity, have you always used a saber?
No. Though I'm not
Yes,
part
sir.
of the CAF. I definitely
Interesting.
my choice.
How long have you been using it?
Since I joined as an officer.
Not vast.
Officer.
Morning.
Morning.
Excuse me?
Did not know they let you have pets here.
This, professors, is our own private museum, if you will. Artifacts and dangerous items that the cadets come across on their missions, the Academy manages to secure while out and about are secured here. I assure you it is safe. With me?
I should review the security then.
Alright.
Throughout this building, you will find things that the cadets have secured in different parts of the world that have either been in the hands of dangers or have been lost to time. Artifacts of divination and trickery. It's some things you would not want to leave lying around in the world by themselves for the wrong person to find. We study them and bring them here for safekeeping. And if there's ever anything that you believe is misrepresented, Captain, do feel free to chime in.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, but they said it was. Look at it.
Seems they're enamored with a specific item in this room.
Golden.
Yes,
And
most are.
Yes, it's gold, so I mean, sure, it's
Not me. I'm more interested in the weapons. They seem very, very... I don't know. I'm not sure what word I'd even use.
Are you a man of the battlefield?
Very
then?
strange looking weapons.
What's so dangerous about the golden booty?
That one is not entirely dangerous. It
If
was
you are
secured
interested in
from
the
a
weapons,
crew
are
of
you a
ship
man of the
that were
battlefield then?
ethereal in nature.
No. I'm good with the sword, but even I think that a very special looking weapon is candy to the eye. I could never get into the artwork of blacksmithing or broom crafting. But I can tell these things are special in some degree.
I see why you kept it. Interesting. Alright.
These ones I am more familiar than I would like to be.
Camp Carry.
The Blackguard. I've heard about them.
Is
Will they traveling though? Never seen them.
Kamkari is now
Hope that
Very
you go.
dangerous.
It has been cultivated and grown from the ground up and built by
They were in Aldoria. Are you from there?
peoples that live out there.
Yes.
Hopefully that's not ignorant. I'm not sure what...
Not of. You are
Okay.
actually spot on.
Thank goodness.
Been killed in action.
I served in the Royal Guard up until last year. So this,
So you've
So the town.
I
come in
found
contact?
myself.
Thriving.
I fought in the front. Yes.
Very much so. Growing larger with every
Oh.
passing month.
Well,
That's good to hear.
if their weapons are here, then surely a good job was done.
Is this a sword?
Someone
I
very
can't tell
It
from my
is
Yes.
brings
they
hope,
mark
but also
my-
worry at the same time.
This particular weapon was before my tenure.
Hmm.
Shows how
I believe if you have
many
questions,
they've affected.
Captain Silver could answer them.
What was your name, Professor?
Noted.
Professor Berion Galanis. A pleasure. And your own.
Madam Minerva, admin assistant.
I'm in the
Madam Minerva then.
Professor
What would you
Atticus
prefer to be
Sky.
called?
Accommodations for the
Professor
professors.
Sky,
Lounge
Professor
is
Brink,
quite nice.
Professor Esther, and Professor. Which name would you prefer?
Berion or Galanis, whichever one you find easier to say.
Professor Galanis.
Dancing coins.
Very well.
I'm intrigued.
Unfortunate.
Yes, I've heard about those. I heard if you hold them, have them in the pockets or anything like that, you have the urge to dance as long as you are in position.
It corrupts.
So if you're holding it, you're dancing.
No pun intended.
Yes, against your will. I'm sure it's quite awful after a while.
I can imagine.
So,
I'll keep it in
I
mind.
imagine someone who has no skill in dancing would be very happy to hold one of those in their hands. Maybe they'll actually have some skill.
Maybe.
Or
I
perhaps
mean, as
they'll
long as you
be
have someone nearby to take your coins from
clumsily
you.
fumbling
We
about.
shall continue on. You can always.
Yeah, does it say?
return at your
Does it make you
leisure.
dance well? That's the question.
So be
Or
it.
just makes you
You'll
dance?
find out.
Not
Only
sure.
one way to truly know.
Professors, we shall continue on.
Of
Let's
course.
go. Who knows?
Outside this
Maybe they'll
door
let
is a
you float away.
walkway that will bring you to the medical building, and I will let Captain Silver head up that, as that is her
Mhm.
facility.
More stairs.
Oh, yes.
I like that it is a different color than the rest of the buildings. Makes it easy to find.
Bedroom.
This
I'm a
walkway is the
scientist.
medical building.
So the answer is yes.
Things blow up. Things blow up,
Yes.
yes.
I
Often,
They blow up.
almost daily.
Blow up. Daily. Oh, my
alchemy's dangerous. I will definitely be here often. no
Captain
no
Silver,
perfect man.
if you would.
Welcome to the medical center of Ascension Academy. This is the particular purview of myself. For those of you who do not know, my name is Captain Luna Silver, and I oversee education here in regards to healing, particularly tactical combat casualty care. It's my forte and why I was selected to come here. Along with all the facilities you see and myself as head nurse, we have a specialized squad, a medical squad, full of nurses who handle any and all requirements here, as long as they have experience with them. There are, of course, issues we cannot handle, those that require a surgeon's expertise or the application of magic. Although we do have 2 nurses who actually have magical healing magical healing skills. That said, should you hear a distinct bell ring, that will indicate that the nurses have been summoned. If you hear it pulled 3 times in a row, it is an emergency for all faculty and all nurses. Hopefully you will never have to hear that bell rung more than once. Injuries will happen. This is a dangerous life, a dangerous school. You can expect to be frequent members of this particular building, and we will do our best to make sure that you are in fighting form at all times. Also, should you have any injuries or any other concerns, medical or otherwise, do feel free to reach out to me or one of my nurses, and we will attend to you as necessary. We are discreet, and we will take good care of you. That is all.
Marvelous.
Good to hear. Feel like I've spent half my life in a medical hall.
Captain Silver runs a very tight ship. Things here are kept to the letter, and thusly it runs with proficiency. So at least that's not...
There's no room for lollygagging or trouble when someone's life is in your hands.
Could not agree more.
Well
I'm
put.
confident that I'll be fine in your care. If I am not, then it will be very short care.
If you're not, then it was nice knowing you.
We are inside of this building. We do not joke about the health of our professors or students.
So many rules.
Privacy be treated.
Oh, it was a little
A
joke,
morgue
to be
as well,
honest.
a surgery area.
And a morgue as well.
Morgue.
Correct.
Hmm.
Let us pray you never use
It is. Yes, let us hope.
To the left behind me would lead you back to the shoreline, several other facilities. But first, we shall go to both the library and the different training grounds. I believe some of our professors will find it adequate.
Something that is particularly intriguing about this place is the variety of plants. Some of them shouldn't even be native here.
The previous headmaster had gone through great lengths to take care of the grounds and cultivate and ensure the life and growth of many different types of fauna and seedlings.
I see. He's done
No
a
matter
great
where
job.
you're from in the world, you'll find something from home here, is what some of the students say.
Yeah.
That's great, actually. Very good.
While this is a place of militaristic learning and understanding and teaching, it also can serve as a place of calm for some.
I see. Quite a large library.
The library is quite big. It is managed by Professor Crescent, and she is an enigma. Most of the time she is tending to the books in the library itself, but always manages to appear when necessary. She is very skilled in divination.
I see.
And she also prefers, she's mostly awake at the nighttime schedule.
True.
Makes sense.
Explains why I didn't see her too often last semester.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think this library
From
is?
time to time.
The knowledge.
Quite adequate. The headmaster had spent quite a lot of time collecting tomes and such from around the world in both his travels and the Academy's missions. Whatever he did not find or supplements, the cross-allied forces sent what had to be sent. Curriculum and all that. There are several stories, books all the way up to the roofs and rafters. There's also a second floor for perusal and reading and such. And if you make your way to the top, you can leap down without fear, as there are magics in place to ensure a slow descent. It allows people to get books easier.
All right.
Are you sure?
Positive. If you wish to try it, you may go up the stairs all the way to the top. There's several pads that will take you to the next floor. And you can
I'll show those who want to try.
Piqued my
Blending
curiosity.
Big fan of
experienced
heights.
professors. Nor am I. Come.
Well, go ahead. Oh well.
It seems I am the most reserved.
But to understand other students as well, we are not all knowing, so little research is always helpful.
No one does know everything. There's always something new to learn.
And there's more tables at the end of each side here. Couches
I wonder
as
if
well.
one of my books is here. I want to count on it.
Professors,
You're
these
all
pads
right,
will
huh?
take you up to the next floor.
Potion maker. Different.
A moment of nausea, nothing more.
Very well.
Look up.
Plenty of tomes all around.
Oh.
Easily enough to grab either with magic or, if you're feeling playful, send a cadet.
Just mine.
There's another pad over there as well. We can go up higher.
How big is this place?
Come on.
Find myself distracted.
Get
You have
used
the
to it, I'm
option
sure.
of going all over the academy on foot if you wish, but if you decide you must be in a hurry, there are also teleportation devices, I believe, that are in effect that can take you wherever you need to across the campus. They're color-coded for efficiency.
I think I'll just walk.
Understand? Now, as I said, there are magics in place to allow for a slow descent. You have nothing to worry about, Professor Carver. As you can see,
He
your
fell
fellow
like a rock.
professors. Well, of course you fall like a rock. But I assure you, you don't fall like a rock. If you take my meaning.
Oh, I see.
Faster, but it's
It's
quite
not going to
safe.
hurt on the way down.
No.
You sail all the way down without very concern.
I don't know about you, but
I can hold you if you like.
Very well then.
No, I'm fine.
Oh. Well then. I suppose the most dangerous part is making sure someone doesn't fall on you.
What is wrong with these people and just walking everywhere? My God.
There has to be some part of you who thinks that
It's
we're
not
good with
that
them.
hard. It was fun for my stomach for a minute, yes.
Are you okay?
Just another example of magics here at the academy.
definitely to get the adrenaline running. Yes.
But enough fun. We have to continue. I believe, Professor, you will be pleased with the next area, if you would.
On we go.
Where's where's Professor Chubb?
Professor who?
Oh, there he is.
Down at the bottom.
The halfling. That's his last name.
Seems
I
he
think
cleared our
first
floor.
names are a little
It's Chop.
strange.
It's Chop.
Oh no, it's Chubb. That's what he said.
How do you
What? Was that my
so?
name?
It would be my pleasure, Captain.
The last name's Chubb,
What was
isn't
your
it?
last name again?
That's what you said.
It's
Yes,
Chop.
of course. If you'll wait one moment, Professor.
Can you spell it for me?
Confer with the captain.
Sure.
Of course.
C-H-U-B.
Oh,
Professor.
Chub. I thought it was Chop.
Right.
No. Chop.
Not for jumping down that again, I assure you.
I'm gonna
In
go
the
again
meantime, we
later.
can get the rest of the formalities out of the way. Your name, I
Suppose-
don't believe I caught it.
Oh, I'm Professor Atticus Sky. Alchemist,
Atticus Sky.
scientist, biologist, the list goes on.
Got it. Pierce Carver. I'm in charge of a lot of the martial combat training and practical application of their skills.
I see.
Greetings. Brink Chop. I teach geomancy as well as survivalism.
Geomancy. Handy. But good to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
Next up, we will be going to the training areas and showing you the Colosseum.
Well, that sounds fun.
This will be useful, surely.
Oh, yes.
Are we waiting
sure
on
we'll
the
catch
good
up.
professor, or should we head our way over?
I will lead you there. Follow me, please.
That works.
All right.
As a reminder of where we all are, the main academy building is in the center, directly to my right. Behind us is administration, where the offices are located, and across the way is the nursing offices. I find it very useful to do this repeatedly to help people remember locations. In front of the school building is the usual entrance. With that said, we may proceed now.
Forgive
Professor.
me.
I see. I am not doing the voice properly. Ay, my word.
Ooh. Is that a dwarven
Bhagavan,
statue?
It is a statue
I
that
see.
quite predates my tenure. It looks very much
I have
but
to
cannot
make sure I'm speaking properly. Of course. Geen.
It's either that or it's from the north somewhere. They've
We are getting that.
vaguely
I
similar
will get
style.
more used to speaking this tone as
We have
we go
another
on.
part-time professor, Professor Bargus, who handles all the crafting and blacksmith. You can ask him as well.
Well, we should. Although I hope someone who's a dwarf would know it's dwarven.
Ah, I see.
What is that up there?
That would
barrier.
be the resting place of our
And the graveyard.
fallen cadets.
I see. What? Does it happen often?
There is always a barrier around it, and as for falling cadets, it is always a possibility with the jobs that we have. However, where you stand now is the range. Multiple ranged weapons are here for the professors to either teach their cadets or for the cadets with the skill sets necessary to practice on their own. It is always encouraged that they do so. There are bows, crossbows, mono rifles, And when there's different lessons that are put out, puffins, wands, things of the sort. If you would like to try one, you may.
I'd say I'm all right with the mana rifle. Suppose it's worth a try.
Very easy to use. Charging crystal with a bolt would be. It absorbs your mana. Aim down the sights towards your target and pull the trigger.
Yes, I see.
There you are.
Would you like to try them?
I would try my hand at this, but I'm not tall enough to.
I'll let them enjoy their fun. Better to watch Sundays.
We'll make a note of that.
Would be handy.
With the
Yes, I noticed that.
mistress. See if we can accommodate you, Professor.
It's not as good a shot as it used to be.
The range
this is
is
fun.
reinforced, so most of the dummies and mannequins can take quite a beating, be it from magics or projectiles. So you don't have to worry about that.
Good to hear. I would certainly hope so.
Though the old headmaster used to repair the grounds when there were slight explosions from magic, that's something we'll have to do manually now.
No, it's a little bit hard work.
The Geomancer may be a little bit easier, actually.
That would be true.
That is true.
All your weapons, when you're done, put them in the garbage over here.
Well, the crate, yes.
Yeah.
Great. It's what we call the garbage.
Right then, professors, if you will, to the training area.
No stairs.
Only hills.
Yes. Yes, I do say it is quite sloped.
Mm-hmm.
How many students do you usually teach at this academy? Size-wise.
It depends. It varies every year, both on volunteers, those that pass the CAF's requirements, and those who find a way in regardless, I suppose. But I've seen
Is
anywhere
that?
from 30 to 40 active students, sometimes 20.
Well, all right then.
This, professors, is the Coliseum. We use it as our training yard. Also, the cadets will come here in their free time and train in the morning. Either they can be directed by a professor if they are needed. In the morning, generally, they are encouraged to run laps, strength training, dexterity training, anything that will keep them on their toes for the rest of their work day, if you will. Targets, for those who are using weapons with somewhat little range. And over in the alcove over there, you will find a vast array of melee weapons, from swords to glaives, spears, shields, tower shields, round shields, targes, so on and so forth. So anything that has a need or a lesson plan that has to do with weaponry or melee combat, you'll find what you need there.
Well, that's good to hear.
Wonderful.
I was going to let you fiddle about with the weapons, but it would seem we've been summoned back to the main hall. I'm sure the headmistress wants us to be there quickly.
Aye.
Very well.
Hence the sound
Directly
of
outside the doors,
laid
straight
over
into
at
the building.
Library at the very top.
Suppose it's back the way we came out the Great Hall.
Yes. That stairway that's on the right that leads to the second story will take you right into the main hall.
Very well. Supposing that's a student.
If you would, professors, we don't want to be late.
Of course.
It would be most unfortunate if we were here later than the students.
That is true. Though, maybe we could switch it into a lesson about, I don't know, being late?
There's no lesson to be made from that. We just look like fools.
The one on the side.
No, not for long.
Don't worry.
I'll do
Hopefully,
that then.
Makes more there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, I used to always be in the Grove, remember?
So,
Oh, yeah.
Never really had a spot.
I can get you so we could go, but I couldn't.
Oh boy, we got a lot of professors. They got a uniform too.
That's fine.
stand up there.
Alright.
Only someone I recognize.
Go on.
Good morning.
Always request a ramp.
They could get about in the way you did before, Professor.
It's a balanced out on this side.
Oh.
Mistress, would you like me to be over there instead with the other new teachers?
That would be an idea, yes. Probably be good to keep some sort of organization.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Greetings, Crystal Thorn.
Greetings, Captain.
Students, my message to you will be somewhat brief, as there are many here who would like to say hello, some of which you have already given your welcomes to, but I would like to give them the floor to do so as well. But before we do that, there are a couple announcements I need to get through. First, upon the sun going down, a new rule is being instituted. You will be confined to the dorms and the hot springs during that time. What this means, to be precise, is you can traverse the dorms, the sandbar, and all around. So basically, outside of the school grounds, you must remain, yet inside the protective barrier. That is one of the many new rules, but it is an important rule that I announce. The rest of the smaller rules will be posted for you to read at your leisure, but I'd figure I'd get that one out of the way. There are a few other announcements that I would like to make. This year, we will be having some guests. The CAF is looking to test your merit. They were not exactly enthused with the results which were reported back to them at the end of last year. This is one of the main reasons for the administration change, and I hope you understand that. Headmistress here will be providing you with the tools you need to be the best cadets that you possibly can be and serve the CAF and the people from where you come from. As you can see, we have many teachers here. They will be filling many roles, and they will introduce themselves as to what their specialties are as we go forward. Headmistress, before the teachers take the floor, would you like to say a few words?
Of course.
Cadets.
Greetings, cadets, professors, and fellow CAF members. I am your new headmistress, Violet Quinn. You may refer to me as headmistress or headmaster for the year going forward. Now, I wish to iterate the fact that I am not your friend. I am not a shoulder to cry on. I am here solely to facilitate your learning and allow you to secure your success in life. I do believe while we work together in unity, new and old, all of you will find purchase in the world outside of this academy with ease. And again, I look forward to working with all of you.
Well, if we start on the right, please, teachers. Closest to the podium, down the line. Please, introduce yourself.
Greetings, students of Ascension Academy. I'm Professor Atticus Sky. Alchemist and biologist, I will be teaching alchemy for your school. I hope I can assist you in discovering the marvels of the magical and physical means of alchemy itself. Thank you.
Bonjour. My name is I'm a professor. You may refer to me as Professor Esser. I will be your weapons teacher. If you have any questions regarding melee combat with a weapon, I will be the one you will come to. It will be nice to get to know you.
Cyril, my name is Professor Berion Gilanas. I have come from Aldoria to teach all of you abjuration, the many spells that will protect you both mentally and physically. I look forward very much to working with each and every one of you. I do hope you all be well and listen properly.
Greetings, students. My name is Brink Chubb. I'll be your professor regarding geomancy as well as surviving out in the wild, as well as surviving in general in battle as well. Preemptive assaults, preemptive anything really regarding preparing. I look forward to teaching you this year.
I like it. Teachers that have been here from the past, please start from the immediate.
Madam Minerva, Administrative Assistant to Ascension Academy.
Greetings, students. Professor Carver, in charge of martial combat and practical application of your combat skills.
Welcome back, cadets. My name is Professor Albrecht Zell Brunswick. I teach history and illusionary magics.
I'll save my speech for tomorrow. I will just introduce myself today. I am Captain Luna Silva, or Professor Silva. I oversee tactical combat casualty care. I also am in charge of the nursing squad. Just as a short greetings, I would like to tell all of you, welcome back to Ascension Academy. It is good to see all of you. And as this is my third year present, in the first year I spoke to you about the dangers. It was going to be my job to help you overcome. This year, we walk upon the precipice of a future that will be defined by the sacrifices you will be called to make. I would be so very happy if this year We do not add any more names to the wall that is above us. And I will do my best to see. Thank you.
Thank you. Students, one last thing before you're all dismissed. Regarding one of your classmates, I met one of them on my travels back here. Strange fellow carrying a large sack of weapons. Anyways, regardless, I know not his name, yet he will be arriving at some point. We have a delivery coming soon, one which you will hear about more in detail tomorrow. You will be helping your new students who will be coming tomorrow, transfers from other academies, new promising young students to fill the ranks. And as such, we've arranged a little gathering. Creatures that you are all familiar with. Well, needless to say, I needed a little extra security detail, so please, don't miss them too much. Well, that's all from me, Headmistress. Is there anything else you would like to say?
So I do know that the school is going to be changing for you all as you are returning students. I do believe that we can work together through this time of uncertainty and unify once more with the new and the old. Again, to your benefit and to your lifelong success. So I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to hearing good things about you all. That is all.
We will be having dinner, and we will ring the bell when it is time. You are dismissed until then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, Professor Esser?
Oui, how can I help you?
Your brother. I'm a since
What about our
he's
luggage? Should we collect it in the stadium like before?
You know that. You've spoken with him.
I was in Carlingtown
I haven't received word yet.
over the summer.
Fair
I'll get
enough.
back to
I'll
you guys
keep
as
my
soon as
eyes
possible.
I see.
Right.
That's very
There's
good.
more than one of them.
Very good to hear.
Headmistress, I'm gonna look into the
I'm
luggage.
Not just a sibling.
thankful if you ever
I'll
see
let you know
him
what I find.
again.
I wonder
If
if
I
they
am
look.
unable to talk to him, please let him know. The same to him.
Can do.
Want to see how
Oh,
you've
well.
grown over the summer.
Thank you.
What else do they do on campus, I wonder? I almost want to go check out those cherry blossoms.
I was just
I'm a
curious
big
on
fan
how I
of them,
should
to be
spend my
honest.
time myself.
Good morning. Excuse me. You said
Yes.
you were a geomancer?
That is
You are
correct.
the weapons teacher,
Then
yes?
me and you, Professor, will be spending some time together. I'm
Melee
an
weapons
earth-affinity
instructor
geomancer
at
as
your
well.
service.
Ah,
Feeling a
Bell
little.
Geomancer, perfect.
Hypothetically,
Be happy to teach you
how
anything
will
I
you
know
be
then.
training a giant spider how to use their own natural talents?
Hmm.
All right.
Natural
What was
talents.
your name again?
That depends on what
My
your
name is
talents
Brink.
are. What
Brink
can
Chop.
you use as a giant spider?
Nerali
Well, I
Lagamore.
could use my weight, I could use my legs for
pleasure.
stabbing, I have a mouth
I
full of
assume there's no
venom.
harm if I make myself known to the others.
I will be out of your way
Stabbing
then.
is
course not.
Yes, get yourself settled in. I know I will have
Would
you.
you say that you
Good
are
chomping.
able to use spears? Is that what you can sum it up to?
Everyone makes
I
mistakes.
suppose you could describe it that way. Although, as I am right now, using a spear is more difficult.
I think I could have
Trained in the
prevented by
arts
being
of using a
stronger.
shield and a mace in this form.
And I could have stopped you from doing that if I wasn't being stupid.
True, you were kind of dumb.
Good day.
Maybe you should try speaking to the professor.
To you as well?
Trying to cheer you up, and then you could have done the same back
Hmm. What are you planning to investigate?
I was thinking of exploring the courtyard in more detail.
Either way, I think I'm intrigued as well. The layout of this academy is definitely unique compared to some other institutions I've been to.
Very much so. I hope that I can make myself at home in due time.
Yes.
It was quite embarrassing getting
I've been to
lost.
Aldoria before.
Have you?
Yes. Small bit of time. I'm a very on-the-road person. It wasn't until I started a family that I decided to stay in one place. Aldoria is just one of those places I've been in search of, well, alchemical wonder. I do a lot of studying on site rather than
Oh, it was
out of
field
a
work
book.
you were after. A shame. I believe you are
Yes.
someone who would have enjoyed the Great Library.
I didn't get to stop by. I was in search of somebody first, and then I went around the trees, the forests, in search for the herbs. I have a lot of very useful, how do you say? Well, just plain old marvelous plants that grow there. A lot of them have magical properties as compared to other ones.
Is there particular uses you're looking for?
Yes. Every herb has two purposes at best, whether they be for good or for otherwise. I usually look for things that help people. I've even created my own concoctions. Invented some.
Medicinal. Well, if there are any in Aldoria that you need some help identifying, I'll see what I can do for you. Albeit I'm no expert.
Who knows? Maybe the Academy will take us to Aldoria one of these days. I believe they've been there before. After all, they do have that black god weapon. And where else have they been seen?
As much as I would like to return home, I certainly hope it is not for Academy business.
I agree. That's why I plan to keep both lives separate, home and academic. Kamkari.
Inquisition is locking down the United Sanctuary. Supposedly to quell instability.
United Sanctuary. I don't see any benefit to the Sanctuary from anything the Inquisition can provide. They're very... how do you say it? Inquisitive. For lack of a better word, there really isn't one.
I can probably think of a few others that are more truthful.
Well, I suppose we shall see. You see the great tree, the center, over there. I've heard this place is built on a rather wealthy amount of attunement crystals. Well, not attunement crystals, some sort of crystal that's very powerful. Maybe worth looking into at one point. I believe it's the same one they use to power this barrier.
So this entire place is on top of a font of power, then?
I suppose so, though
Why
I
would
do
you
not
need that
believe it
in the
is
very
over. It
ground?
might be over top a ley line, in fact.
An interesting theory.
Yes, would explain these crystals. They didn't really go over the name of these squads. Oh wait, it
I
says
heard
the names.
Crystal Thorn when I was inside. Ignis.
Ignis, Crystal Thorn. It says Ardent Veil. and Vanguard. Crystal Thorn, Vanguard, Ignis, and Ardent Veil. But what is the one with the unicorn, the white one?
Perhaps it is best for us to ask our seniors. Hmm?
Or the students who wear those colors. Could be a good way to introduce ourselves, I suppose.
As instructor, I suppose they'd be expecting us to know what the uniforms mean. Would you like to be a
Perhaps.
humble man or a clever one?
Humble, always.
It is better to do
There's
that.
one thing I'm good at, is being honest and forward. Yeah, among other things.
Qualities I can
I'd
admire.
like to see what is this way. Good. We'll get along just fine. I wonder...
Hello.
You know, I was sent here to replace a professor.
One in particular?
It wasn't... Yes. I believe he was removed, though I was not allowed to know why.
Your field is alchemy, yes?
Indeed, I was replacing Professor von Dannen. In the alchemist community, we are very familiar with him. Not in a good way.
Infamy, then.
Well, from what I understand, a long time ago, before I was even born, say over 100 years ago, he possessed the body of the last man in the Havenfire family. Monster hunters and alchemists. And he acquired all their knowledge. And he disclosed none of their secrets to the community. Now, one may say that maybe we should know secrets. They're secrets after all, but the Havenfire family were bad people. And yet they disclosed zero information to all of us. And yet he will call upon us for help.
So, what you're telling me is this man stole the form of a member of a bad family and refused to speak of what he found.
Indeed. Indeed. And they held many secrets to alchemy. They created concoctions that could wipe out entire races if they chose, though we can never confirm that. They were not good people, and they experimented on people, elves, anything alive, really. It was only found out after he possessed the man. Once a man goes missing, you tend to get the idea to break into his home. And that's exactly what happened.
As
I could
ironic
be wrong,
as it
though.
is, I was going to suggest something along the same line. The man is no longer here, however, I imagine much of his work still is. You are in the same field. I imagine no one would question why you would to look into his past notes. Should they still be here?
Nothing was found. Well,
Cleaned
everything that everyone knew about them was found. Though most said that the family themselves, they contained a wealth of knowledge, but they never wrote it down. It was only things they knew. That's why Von Tannen's a special situation. In possession, apparently he acquired all the knowledge the man had. So he knew everything, every secret. And yet, strangely enough, just when we had the idea maybe he was just as malefic as the man he possessed, he did call upon some of us in the community for help regarding the Elder Bloom Plague. I'm sure you're familiar with. After all, you live in Aldoria.
Yes, I know the plague very well.
He was looking to cure it, and asked all of us for help. We didn't give him anything, however.
Why not?
Not that there's anything really to give.
Is there a reason you would
Our
refuse?
knowledge is not too vast. Well, he says he means to cure it. But is that the truth? This is what I was wondering. It's hard to trust the word of a demon.
You are most... Hello? You are more worried about another weapon than an actual cure.
Indeed. Imagine if you have the cure to a plague. You could also engineer something far worse. You know how to stop it, but you also know how to progress it. You do the complete opposite of the cure. That's what we're concerned about.
You would have the entirety
So we
of
just closed off.
Aldoria as a hostage.
Indeed. Or bargain something greater with the use of such a cure. That was a concern of ours. And to this day we have no idea what he did with any knowledge. Indeed. We do not know if that was
Is this,
intentional.
by chance, Professor Vaughn you speak of? He used to be here at the Academy before you.
I was speaking of my familiarity. At least I've never met him, but everyone who is part of the alchemical sciences is aware. At least of a higher ire. He's notorious. He never disclosed secrets of an old alchemical family that had tortured people. He told us nothing, and yet he asked us for help.
As a man who knew him while he was here, I can attest to his, definitely being a very interesting individual. Capable.
I'm not lost.
By all means.
No,
Of course you're not, Professor. You're right here.
I'm not lost. However, hypothetically, if I was, where was the arena?
That
That
way.
direction. Can't miss it.
Past the
Tested
giant
your
statue.
memory. Very good. Yes, of course. Yes.
You're also slightly in the ground.
So that
Thank you for the
is
pop quiz, Professor.
administration, the library, main building, and then across is medical.
Of course, yes. Some of the nitbits they didn't run over is that if you head over to this side of the main building, the main hall, you cross over a bridge and that takes you over to the student dorms. There's a bulletin over there that sometimes the cadets wake up, check out, do a few warm-ups around their area, and the professors check on them from time to time. We have a cave system over here on the left side, outside the wall. Get a lot of arcane, magic-based crystals, the same kind we use to power the barriers around the academy.
That's what I was talking about. Do you know if this academy is over top an exposed ley line? Is that why there's crystals over here? Or is it something else?
That is what it is.
Well done. You see a
That
little
ley
sound.
line
I
tends to
suspected.
act up quite a bit when Spirit Week comes around. We may see that in a few months.
Pardon me if I'm wrong. You said your name was Pierce Carver?
Correct. That is my name.
You're Prince of Eos, correct?
Yes, I am.
Ah, I see. I'm not
Recent
personally from there,
it's
but I passed
my,
through.
Brother's mutiny.
I'm not one for politics, but I am familiar with the place. It's quite a wealth of knowledge there, and resources. At least in passing.
As to not be disrespectful, is there a reason why you go by Professor instead of Princeton? Preference?
I feel being treated and respected around the academy as an instructor or a professor fits far better for this environment than what a prince.
Ah, more of a general than a prince, I can see.
I was raised on the military path. The one of politics belonged to my older brother before he turned mutinous.
Cannot win them all, I suppose. That could be worse.
Well, let's hope Eos remains as grand as it has been over the past, 300-some years. I spent my summer trying to de-escalate the current situation.
I found that most political errors around the world at the moment are in spite of resurging problems. The situation in Duwat, and the situation in Aldoria, situations everywhere. Even Saigon. I'm very fond of Saigon. Great food. Great,
You're
great
quite the
everything.
traveler, aren't you?
Well, as I said, I was always born to the road. I wasn't even born in the city. I was born in a caravan. My parents were
In a
travelers
carriage.
as well.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
I'm
Most
very
of my
sorry, I
travels are
did
on
not
duty,
notice you were here
so-
until just now.
I don't
I
worry
can't
about
say
it.
you've
Happens
been
all the
around
time.
to experience as many pleasantries the world has to offer.
Well, I did travel a lot until I settled down. Now I don't do it as much anymore. Now I have to think about the future. Quite more so than you would before, young ones. Now I'm
Of
just
course.
older with more responsibilities.
We all have a duty to fulfill.
Indeed. A hefty one, especially now. We're at this academy. So we have a lot to learn even from each other.
Well, let's hope the cadets don't give you too much trouble. They're notorious for being a rowdy bunch.
Troublemakers.
I have a 10-year-old daughter, I'll be fine.
Well, don't treat them like your daughter, and I think you'll be fine.
No, if I treat them like my daughter, they would surely,
I
end
don't
up
feel they
smarter
would be
than
very,
otherwise.
well, I was gonna say, I don't think they would, take kindly to your affectionate hugs and forehead kisses.
That and patronization, that would be awful. Say, what is there to do around this academy? I saw fishing rods. Is there a place to fish? Off the dock, perhaps? Or the beach?
There's quite a bit of, there's lots to catch inside the river proper. So usually they take the fishing rods when they want some downtime and, head on out towards the coast. We can go there now.
Sounds like a great pastime. Let's go.
What are those?
What? What is that?
Those are
Guys are
monsters
escorting
that the
something.
headmistress talked about. Oh, there's Captain Silver. I'm actually kind of intrigued.
Dare
Shall
I
we?
say that may be very well the most interesting thing in the courtyard right now.
It's quite an interesting courtyard nonetheless, but I
As
definitely see,
dazzling as the architecture
potential.
is, yes, we should really greet our large guests.
large and colorful, in fact.
Quite some beautiful.
Also,
did he? A man of the
yes,
ethics.
from what I understand, he has abilities. I think that's one thing I did hear about the prince. He's very powerful. That's why he's in the military and not at a desk.
I was not questioning his
Very
ability.
strong.
However, I am surprised in his liberal
Over
uses.
the wall.
Yes, we were just commenting on it.
Yes, he has abilities. Like I told him, it's the reason why he's a prince in military and not a prince in politics. He's more
Right.
useful in the field. Well,
I can see
think
that.
so.
Jumping over a okay.
I definitely do not have that athletic ability.
Yeah. There, finally fixed.
Probably to hold whatever they bring.
Hopefully it's not like that, that last year where like all of the fake creatures got let out that one year. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was like boggles.
I remember
and stuff.
vividly.
Yes. Oh my god. This is why you don't stick your hand in a boggle portal.
There's no way.
This is the worst timeline.
In place
This is
of
the
your
worst
old
timeline.
teacher.
All right.
This is the worst timeline. He's in a suit.
No, be careful. That'll put you to sleep.
Well, it
Oh,
doesn't.
that must be. Oh God.
Oh my! Hey, Professor.
Professor.
Are you alright?
Hit him with a puffin.
What the hell was that?
The puffins.
Just fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, puffin.
Never heard of puffins before.
Do you want to get that off him?
Yeah, there's puffins. Don't worry, I only hit your best side.
What was that?
Your best side, because they're both wonderful.
You should run. My best side.
You should run.
I leave this into your capable hands, Professor.
Do you need this?
Inside is worse.
I still have to deliver a message.
Brad.
I still have to deliver a message for you.
Is that so?
Yes.
To deliver
I
a
have a weird
message,
feeling.
you need to have good cardio.
All of us.
Give me one
What?
lap around this.
Did he just say
Foolishness
kiss?
did they bring here?
I am very interested in his next words.
One of the new professors got hit by a puffin, and Lennox smacked him in order to wake him up.
Good. Oh, he's running. Oh, you made him run. Wow.
I already
First
started
day.
with that.
Good job.
Just commenting on the professor's
He
injury.
likes 10 laps. That's his favorite.
Oh, it's not much of an injury.
Oh, goodness.
Did he now? That's good.
Puffin. Nothing wrong with the puffin. They're harmless.
He was commenting on the professor's scars.
Say, do I look a little fuzzy around the neck?
Professor's curse?
I don't feel anything.
Professor S's
All right.
You're good.
better half, I believe the
Just-
wedding was.
Just making sure.
Oh, you mean his face?
Pleasure to meet
Yes.
you, by the way, sir.
His scars.
Zachary
Oh.
Pleasure.
What?
Pleasure, Zach.
Yes. That's not an injury.
Can't wait to
Where's the
learn
thumb?
beside you, sir.
It's a touch of
Oh, it's
strength.
going to be a very enthusiastic
Oh, well.
experience.
Character
He
strength.
survived it. He's stronger.
Much like
Yes, a
Wow.
character mark. That's what we'll call it. A
Why
character
is he
mark.
chasing after him? What is he doing?
Did you get taller?
I don't know. He
Tad.
did say something about a kiss. He was
Are you sure that's a
Or
10?
maybe
That
as
looks more like a
kids
full
don't feel like
frog.
kisses?
Yeah, you know us wolves. Weird.
Why
You know.
Mr. S.
I'm learning as I go.
Why are you chasing him around?
Now, here's my question: If we stand your sister next to you, will she have gained the same height?
Motivation. That is what you
No, I think she grew a little bit though,
completely.
but not as much as me.
Yes, of course.
He looks like he's passed out.
Obviously, we can see who got the tall jeans. Oh, Joseph. Greetings.
Like one after only one lap.
I wanted to say it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Zachary Fang.
Pleasure.
I've been fighting bandits.
Baron
and
Gulamis,
ogres
pleasure.
I look forward to learning alongside.
How are you,
like
Mr.
a bunch of
Joseph?
giant slimes and stuff. And then I got on a boat and I came
You are
here
certainly
and
much more
noticed
polite
some
than some of your.
A similar
Acquaintance.
situation, although I'm curious about why they felt the need
I try to be.
Excuse us.
You are succeeding very well.
I'm unsure myself, but I'm sure they have some
Thank you, sir.
form of reason.
I'm sure whatever reason it is,
And mine.
complete
We
nonsense.
should take
No,
it
Leander,
for now.
greetings.
Sir,
It is
so much
pleasure
for
to meet
you.
you. Zachary Fang.
good to see you.
Pleasure
I
to meet
was.
you. I'm a professor. Professor Esser, you may call me.
It was good.
Pleasure to meet you, Professor Esser.
The bell. Who betted that medical bell would be rung?
I didn't.
Yeah. All right, you win.
Either here
Oh,
medical,
you
yeah.
win. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Professor.
Do I have to go heal
Wait for
someone
it. Probably.
already?
Did he?
Possibly.
Nah,
So that-
maybe.
If they ring
were
the
just
bell,
pushed.
then we go heal them.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Like armor on, I guess. I don't know if you've got some bruises or
Yeah, they all went to the medical area.
Exactly.
Okay, really quick. Hi, guys. There we are. Wow. Hi, couple follows. Hello. Hell yeah. I was able to check on you guys really quick. Huh. I wonder